Dear brothers and sisters, as we gather here today, I am reminded of the words of the psalmist who wrote, "The Lord is near to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit." Psalm 34:18. For many of us, the wounds we carry from our past traumas can feel like a heavy burden that we cannot bear alone. But I'm here to tell you today that there is hope, there is healing, and there is a way forward. My own journey has been marked by great pain and suffering. As some of you may know, I was once known as the Burned Man, a merciless and ruthless commander of Caesar's legion. But after a fateful encounter with the new Canaanites, I experienced a profound transformation. I found a new purpose and a new identity, and I left my old life behind. But the scars of my past still lingered, and it was only through faith and the support of my new community that I was able to find healing. And so, I want to speak to those of you who may be struggling with your own past traumas, whether it be abuse, addiction, or any other kind of pain. It can be tempting to try to bury these memories, to push them away and pretend they never happened. But the truth is that they will always be a part of you, and they will continue to affect you until you confront them. It takes great courage to face our past traumas head-on, but it is the only way to truly heal. And as Christians, we have a powerful ally in this journey, Jesus Christ. He himself suffered the most extreme trauma of all when he was crucified for our sins. But he overcame death and rose again, and in doing so, he offers us the hope of new life. I know firsthand how difficult it can be to confront our pasts, but I also know that it is possible. Through prayer, community support, and professional help if needed, we can begin to heal from even the most severe traumas. And as we walk this journey together, we can take comfort in the knowledge that we are not alone, that we are loved by a God who sees our pain and offers us comfort and healing. I want to emphasize that trauma comes in many forms. It can come from witnessing or experiencing someone's death, feeling close to our own death, going through severe mental trouble, and many other experiences. And these traumas can have a profound impact on our lives, affecting our relationships, our emotions, and even our physical health. But I want to remind you that healing is possible, no matter what you have been through. And healing must start with acknowledging our own pain and trauma, rather than trying to fix others as a way to make ourselves feel as if we're fixing ourselves. We cannot truly help others if we do not first address our own wounds. Trying to fix others without addressing our own trauma is like trying to build a house on a foundation of sand. It may look good on the surface, but eventually, it will crumble under the weight of our own unresolved issues. So I urge you, my brothers and sisters, to take the time to reflect on your own experiences and seek the help and support you need to heal. This may mean seeking professional help, opening up to trusted friends and family, or finding solace in your faith. Whatever path you choose, know that you do not have to suffer in silence. As we work through our own healing, we can then turn our attention to helping others. But let us do so from a place of strength and compassion, rather than from a place of seeking validation or attempting to fix ourselves through fixing others. Trauma is a universal experience that affects all of us in different ways. Whether we have experienced violence, abuse, or the loss of a loved one, these experiences can leave deep wounds that affect our mental, emotional, and physical health. But as Christians, we have a source of strength that can help us overcome even the most severe traumas. The Bible reminds us that God is close to the brokenhearted and saves the crushed in spirit. Psalm 34:18. We can turn to God in prayer, seeking comfort and guidance as we work through our pain. In addition to seeking spiritual support, it is also important to seek professional help when dealing with trauma. Therapy, medication, and other forms of treatment can be invaluable tools in the healing process, and we should never be ashamed or afraid to ask for help when we need it. It is also important to have a supportive community to lean on during the healing process. The Apostle Paul reminds us in Galatians 6:2 to bear one another's burdens, and so fulfill the law of Christ. When we share our struggles with others, we open ourselves up to the support and encouragement of those around us. But as I mentioned before, We cannot truly help others until we have first addressed our own wounds. We cannot be effective healers if we are still carrying the weight of our own traumas. As the writer James Baldwin once said, "Our crown has already been bought and paid for. All we have to do is wear it." We have the power to heal ourselves and to help others in their healing journeys, but we must first do the hard work of confronting our own pain. Trauma can affect all of us in different ways, and healing from it requires a multifaceted approach. We must turn to God in prayer, seek professional help when needed, lean on our community for support, prioritize self-care, and remain patient and compassionate with ourselves throughout the healing process. However, all these ideas will remain just that, ideas, unless we take action. Action is always better at solving issues than ideas. We must take the first step towards healing by acknowledging our pain and seeking help. Whether it's scheduling a therapy session, confiding in a trusted friend or family member, or making time for self-care, we must take tangible steps towards healing. We can also turn to our faith for guidance and support. Just as the Bible reminds us that God is close to the brokenhearted, it also encourages us to take action. As James 2:17 states, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." We must put our faith into action by actively seeking healing and helping others do the same. Don't let fear, shame, or stigma prevent you from seeking the help you need. Don't let the weight of your traumas hold you back from living a fulfilling life. With faith, courage, and determination, we can overcome even the most severe traumas and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. Before we can embark on a journey of healing, we must first acknowledge and tend to our own wounds. We must take the time to confront our pain, seek the help we need, and prioritize our own healing. Only then can we truly be of service to others. It is a disservice to ourselves and others when we lecture on topics we don't truly understand. We cannot fully understand the struggles of others until we have first addressed our own. So let us take the time to heal ourselves so that we can be effective in helping others heal. And in this process of healing, it is important to form communities like the one we have made here today. We must surround ourselves with people who support and encourage us, who understand the depth of our pain, and are there to lift us up when we falter. But most importantly, we must remember that trauma does not and will never define us. Our experiences may have left scars, but they do not define who we are as individuals. We have the power to overcome our traumas, to grow in empathy and compassion for others, and to become stronger and more resilient than we ever thought possible. So let us take a moment to reflect on our own traumas, to acknowledge our pain, and to take the first step towards healing. Let us turn to God in prayer, seek professional help when needed, and lean on our community for support. And let us remember that healing is a journey, not a destination. We must remain patient and compassionate with ourselves as we work through our pain, and we must never give up hope. For with faith, courage, and determination, we can overcome even the most severe traumas and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. Let us go out into the world with a renewed sense of purpose and hope, ready to support and uplift those who are struggling with their own traumas. Let us be a beacon of light and love in a world that so desperately needs it. And let us never forget that our wounds may be deep, but they do not define us. We are stronger than our traumas, and we will overcome. Healing from trauma is a multifaceted process that requires us to acknowledge and tend to our own wounds before we can be effective in helping others. It is important to turn to God, seek professional help, lean on our community for support, prioritize self-care, and remain patient and compassionate with ourselves throughout the healing process. We must also remember that trauma does not define us, and we have the power to overcome even the most severe traumas and emerge stronger and more resilient on the other side. Let us go forth with a renewed sense of purpose and hope, committed to our own healing and the healing of others. Let us create communities of love and support, where we can lift each other up and encourage one another on our journeys of healing. May we never forget the power of faith, courage, and determination in overcoming our traumas. And may we always remember that we are capable of more than we ever thought possible, and that healing is a journey that is worth taking.